Good afternoon and welcome to Gavin TV. My name is Seamus Quinn and we're broadcasting live here from our Castle Manor studios here in Gavin. Here with me in the studio we have members of the committee of the Redhills Carnival, and we have Dorris. Sean, welcome to the show here.
Thank you very much.
And we have Gavin, Brady as well. And now we'd like to talk to the lads about the carnival. How long is it running?
Well, Seamus, the carnival, our first year was 2012 and this is year number 8.
Excellent, excellent. And you're doing exceptionally well, bouncing every year, getting better and better.
Yes, we're doing something different every year, but by and large we're maintaining our footfall. It increases every year slightly, and we try and provide fun and games and entertainment at night, music, song and dance, and good drink as well.
Excellent. And going from what I've been noticing and been there over the last number of years as well, that the carnival, it's a fabulous atmosphere and great buzz around it. The whole community comes together for that exceptionally well.
Well, it's run by the community, for the community, Seamus, and when you have it community based and every aspect of your community is involved in the running of it, and every aspect of your community benefits from the proceeds.
Right, and you have a great surrounding area coming in, feeding into Redhills there. And for people, for people knowing Redhills, it's one where films were made there over the last number of years, so people would know the run of the country and things like that. So it would be very famous on the worldwide map for the like of that.
Well, Redhills is famous. Of course, Shane Connaughton being the playwright for both films, one in 91 and the other in 94. The Playboys was shot in 91. Albert Feeney featured in that as the main artist, and in 94 he came back and done the honours again for the run of the country. Again, I suppose Shane Connaughton and Albert Feeney, God be good to him, both of those men, I suppose, were the main key men in both films.
So that leads on then, now taking over from that you have Redhills Carnival there, which is
well, this is an annual event. We go for the same date from year one. We're always the weekend after the bank holiday. Now, some people say that that's the second weekend in August, but it doesn't have to be the second weekend in August with the way the calendar falls. But it's always the weekend after the bank holiday. Right. After the bank holiday.
And you're running from the 7th to the 11th?
We're the 7th to the 11th this year. It kicks off tonight, being Wednesday night. We'll start tonight. The bowling club are first up tonight. They'll run the bowling from 6:30 to 8:30 or thereabouts, and at 9 o'clock then we'll have a gather up and we'll have a game of 25. And I suppose that breaks the ice for our carnival. It's for everybody to enjoy, and we try and put in things for people to do across the weekend.
Yeah. And the Wednesday and Thursday night, it will be all community-based events happening on those 2 nights, and the real dancing and music starts then on the Friday night. And kicking off with the one and only?
The one and only Susan McCann. And I suppose we have to talk about Thursday night first, Seamus, because on Thursday night it's a very important night in the sense that we have a family table quiz. And that's very competitive. Kevin Murphy, our quiz master, puts a great show together, and we'll have families large and families small and gather up of clans competing against each other in a table quiz, and it's a great night's entertainment. It certainly pulls our community together. It's an opportunity for people to come out and do something different that's traditional.
It's excellent for community-based people as well to be able to become part of the thing prior to the main events coming on. I think it's fantastic.
And I suppose our main attraction is everything we do is in the marquee on the village green.
Brilliant. All right, and on the one thing.
That's the heart of our carnival. The village green is the heart of our carnival. Our marquee is sitting on the middle of the green, and that's where we do everything for the weekend. Going into Friday night then, we have a tea party. The tea party is going from strength to strength every year. We'll have a footfall on Friday night of in excess of 500 people at our tea party, and music is provided after the tea party by Susan McCann. The tea party gives people an opportunity to come out, arrive in the tent on the village green, have a cup of tea with your friends and neighbours and your company that you're with on the night, There's lots of food, lots of tea, coffee, whatever it is, and of course we run a bar as well, so if you want to participate in alcohol beverages you can too.
And you know too, Seamus, a lot of the time the dancing scene and perhaps the late night environment isn't everyone's cup of tea, if you pardon the pun. So as such, the tea party gives the whole community an opportunity to come in, to socialise, to mingle, to feel a part of the event. Perhaps they don't want to stay all night to dance to Susan or whoever's playing, but it also affords them the chance to become a very central part of the community, because like that and the carnival too, the tea party has evolved now into one of the central events of the weekend.
Certainly.
Whereas everyone, every door, we try our best to get every door knocked, and every person who, whether from Redhills, whether from Ballyhaise, whether from Scotshill or further afield, everyone's welcome on Friday night for a cup of tea, as Sean says, a chat. And a lot of people you'll find congregate at the carnival weekend. Friends and family you might have seen for a long time. I know sometimes we've hosted parties and that too.
That's
Sean?
right. We try and do something for people if there's a family event or like an 80th birthday party or something like that. We'll involve them and we'll have a bit of a sing-song, and somebody gets surprised every year, or we try. It doesn't happen every year.
But maybe no this year yet, we don't know.
That's a fantastic idea as well too, because in that way then you bring me. You'll always find that even at some of the bigger dances, there's always someone's birthday and a cake arrives and things. So it's lovely to have a surprise like that,
That's
particularly if there's someone within the community that they don't know, all of a sudden it's landed upon them. And it's a fantastic.
And it can be a total stranger.
Yes. Better again?
That's your birthday, Seamus, no?
No, you missed that one. You missed that one. And moving on then on to the Saturday night, then you have.
Well, I suppose I'll ask Gavin to talk on Saturday first, because on Saturday we have a full day's programme as well as a night's programme. And the first kick-off is early Saturday morning for the craft fair, and I'm going to ask Gavin because he's familiar with the craft show. This is the third annual craft show, and Gavin, it's over to you to talk about the craft show. You know more about it than I.
Well, as Sean said, Seamus, at the Redhills Carnival, we try to cater for everybody, whether young, old, whether outgoing or ingoing, whatever you want to do, we try our very best to cater for you. And the craft show is no different. We have categories here from home baking, there's flowers, there's even eggs, there's handmade crafts and an awful lot more, and that brings everyone in, whether you're male or female, whether you've an interest in baking or making or whatever, and that encourages people to get involved in the carnival weekend. But one thing I found now, and from the craft show, is it's a sight them people that come from very far to be a part of it. And of course, you know, of all the big agricultural shows and big kind of craft and carnival shows, but the Redhills show is moulding itself into that league and that category. Because like last year I spoke to a lady who came from Tipperary.
Right.
Now I think she had connections in the Cavan area, but she grew vegetables. Now what kind I can't tell you, but she came the whole way from Tipperary to show off her goods and to show off what she had on show, because people take these things very seriously. Do you know, if you're a good football team and you want to be playing good football, well, if you are good at growing lilies or baking Victoria sponges, well, they want to show them off to the highest degree too.
There is a big demand for the like that, for people to see and things.
Absolutely,
like that.
and it's a very high class event, and it's a very well run show. We have 4 guest judges, Sean, I believe, 4 guest judges join us every year, and they're from outside of the community. So there's no bias in Redhills. We're very fair, very straight-laced. And of course there's a few women involved there, Anne-Marie Martin, Mavis McGee, Geraldine Brady and Sharon Fay. They do fantastic work, and there's many more with them. They do fantastic work, and a lot of the time this event is people's own way of contributing. As I say, if you don't want to dance, if you don't want to sing, well, this means you can get involved. Kids especially. There's an awful lot to do for the children. There's an awful lot to do for their parents, and especially the summertime, when things is kind of, when school isn't on and maybe summer camps aren't on. Well, it gives the children something to do, and the children love being a part of the carnival. When you're there on Saturday afternoon and if I say Seamus Quinn's after getting the nicest Victoria sponge, and when you're brought up on stage, it makes you feel like you one, achieve something, but two, you're a part of the event. And that's what we try to do. We cater for everyone, because the event is for everyone.
I like to say Sharon Fay, thanks Sharon as well very much, because you're the PRO, and I was dealing throughout all the events there, things coming up. Sharon was the person I was dealing with, and she's an absolutely fabulous girl, lady.
Fantastic work.
Unreal work she was into it there. No doubt no more than everybody else on the committee as well too. They're putting in a lot of hard work there to make this happen.
Well, sure, look at, you know yourself, Seamus, events like these don't just pop up over the weekend.
No.
And there is, I must say that in Redhills there's a fantastic ethos, there's a fantastic community spirit, and the people, they want to contribute in whatever way they can. And Sean, as the chairman, knows that no matter who you ask, no matter what you ask them to do, it's very, very seldom anyone will refuse you a job, or they'll always give you a turn.
Well, the carnival, I suppose, Seamus, is ongoing, because this year's carnival was hatched and planned while last year's carnival was going on.
Yes.
And likewise, because you have to. If it was even down to booking bands or whatever, and getting a vibe for what are we doing right, what can we do to improve what we're doing, what can we do to, even some of the things we've done back the years, we've shelved them because they weren't working. So you have to have an open mind all the time. Yeah, you have to have an open mind. And if people come to you during the weekend and say, well, why don't you do this now? And maybe what you're doing there isn't working, maybe you should try something else. Yeah. So we're not afraid to change, but by and large our carnival is community for community, and we listen to what our community is asking of us and telling us they want. And we try to facilitate them as best we can.
Well, that's what makes it work.
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 The main thing with any community is you bring people along with you.
Yeah.
And from what I'm seeing here is over the past years, and what you have here, everything is incorporating the community and the wider community as well. Too.
Oh yeah.
Well, Seamus, the French and American revolutionaries used to say that the government was for the people, and it was by the people and for the people. And as Sean said earlier, it's no different than the carnival.
Yeah.
It's by the people and it's for the people.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, well, the carnival will fall.
And we're no individual-based organisation running the carnival, and the proceeds of our carnival is divided out equally on all of the organisations that come on board year in, year out, and help to run the carnival, and they benefit from it. And those organisations could be as small as a wee small committee of 3 or 4 people that's doing something. And I'll only just use one as an example, the Christmas tree group that at Christmas put up a Christmas tree on the village green and they put the crib up. And they're a very small nucleus of our community. And they benefit from the carnival the same as a big organisation like the GAA or the Gun Club or the churches.
Yes.
You know, and that's what, as well as that, we're very cross community as well, because we have 3 churches involved in our carnival. We have 2 Church of Ireland areas, and we have our Redhills Catholic Church area, and that means you're open to everybody, for everybody to benefit from it, and that divide of the spoils at the end keeps small organisations and big organisations afloat, and it's real money for them at the end of the day to survive from year to year, because, as you know, survival of any organisation has to be dependent on monetary contributions and fundraising.
Correct.
And that's why we get such support, because it's everybody for everybody.
Well, that's what's making it so successful, and even over the number of years as well, it has been going from strength to strength. And that's what you bring in everybody along, and it doesn't matter, as you rightly said there, cross community. It's so important.
Yes.
In that regard.
Yes.
Going on out to Saturday night, and we have now the fabulous.
Well, to warm up the show and to get them shoes of yours tapping, Seamus, we have the fantastic Nigel Livingstone. And I must say, Nigel is a great guy.
He is
fantastic artist. We had him last year, Sean.
He played on the Sunday afternoon last year.
Yeah, And he was a massive hit with everyone. Their Sunday afternoon now has turned into another fantastic event. It caters for the whole family. If you want to get out and shake a leg, or if you want to sip a drink, it's certainly a great day for everyone. But in terms of Nigel, we couldn't but take him back this year. He was just outstanding. The community loved him, we loved him, and hopefully we'll have a lot of people who'll be able to enjoy the wonder it is the one-man band.
No, one-man bands, they're excellent. I have to say, in all fairness, I'm very, very impressed with the one-man bands at the moment. Their quality in singing and music is just second to none out there. It is absolutely brilliant.
Followed, of course, by Patrick Feeney.
Another fantastic musician.
Patrick played for us last year on the Friday night at the tea party, and he got such an applause or such a turnout on the Friday night last year. We have gone again for him on Saturday night.
Right.
So hopefully our carnival marquee will be full on Saturday night.
And Patrick, is you're on the scene along him, Seamus. Patrick is an outstanding singer. He's a hair standing in the back of your neck. And I don't sound biased of any other artist. I'm very fond of them all. But Patrick Feeney, for me, he's on a different level. I think he's an outstanding artist, and I do hope that we have a large crowd out to see Patrick Feeney. And moving on to Sunday, sure, we have the wonderful G.R. Dallas.
Yeah.
Fantastic, another fantastic
great artist, yes.
And 4 Degrees West, Sean, they are an up-and-coming act. They're from the Cavan Longford area, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, they're on the borders of the two counties.
A young group of people.
They are a young group.
Who are up-and-coming.
Brilliant.
Fantastic group. Very nice people. They are one to watch now, and that's in my humble opinion.
There's a couple of them in the band, and each and every one of them are brilliant musicians, and they put on one fabulous show. Now, there is no doubt that their entertainment now is excellent as well too.
And on Sunday afternoon as well, Seamus, it's if we get the weather, and hopefully we will, I mean, that's an opportunity for the family to come out, and that means sometimes the 4 generations of a family, because you'll have grandparents, parents and children and great-grandparents as well, all enjoying the festivities on a Sunday evening, because there's something for them to do. If they're small kids and they want to play games, we have a bouncing castle on the green, and we have games for them to play outside on the green, and it's a very safe family environment, because everything is contained on the green and it's marshalled from that point of view. The kids can't just wander out on the street. It's properly controlled. Likewise, there's music inside, live music by T.R. Dallas. There's a tea station, the bar, so you have something for everybody.
Yeah. And there's food provided there as well.
Food, yes, we have catering. We have catering.
Hungry, Seamus.
we have catering. When you come in on our compound, you're both fed and watered, and you're allowed to get sore feet if you want to dance enough.
You want to basin of water?
That's right. We don't do that. No, we haven't just. But if it's a need that comes our way, I suppose we're going to have to think about it.
It's certainly a very fun-packed and entertaining couple of days and nights that you have logged in there, and the evening then of the Sunday evening. That's really going to be round off.
Well, Eamonn Jackson, I suppose he's a native. We all know him as Eamonn Mulvaney, of course, but Eamonn Jackson is his stage name, and Eamonn has provided entertainment for Redhills Carnival, and he's passionate about that. To the extent that from year one, he plays on the Sunday night, and he brings a fantastic crowd, and he has a huge following in that neck of the woods, and that's. He's our trump card.
He's certainly a fantastic singer, and I have to say, Eamonn, he looks well, he performs well.
He's a great showman.
Great showman.
Great showman.
And every Sunday night of the carnival, we're all very proud to see him. When you have a Redhills band on the stage, a good Redhills crowd out, and it just, for me, crowns off.
It's magic.
It is. Crowns off what is always a fantastic weekend. When you see Redhills coming together, Redhills as one, and Redhills at its best.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about.
And you are at the crossroads there as well. You're seeing this. You have Gavin, Monaghan, you have Fermanagh.
We're in the triangle, Seamus.
Triangle,
We're in
yes.
the triangle between Fermanagh, Monaghan and Cavan. That's where we're situated. We're only a mile and a half in off the main road at Leggy-Kelly. We're only 3 miles from Ballyhaise village. So, you know, you have Scott's House, you have Newtown Butler, you have Belturbet, you have Butler's Bridge, you have Cavan Town, you have Ballyhaise, and further afield. You know,
and
so I mean that's
like that would go right out into Loud and Enniskillen and them
oh
areas.
God,
well,
yeah.
People do come.
Oh, they do, yeah.
When the music is there and you are.
And the other thing the carnival provides is an opportunity for families who have people in other parts of the world even.
That's right.
To come home on holidays to their kit and kin around Redhills and enjoy the festivities of the carnival. And we have numerous families who
it's a great way for them to actually, when they arrive, that they can actually within the carnival meet people, because everybody is congregated together, and
of course.
You'll have a chat with everybody and socialise.
And Seamus, when you mentioned too, and Sean, when you speak about the triangle in which we are, we're very lucky too where we are. We're served by the local link service, which affords anyone out there who's thinking of coming to join us in Redhills, Scott's House, Ballyhaise, Butler's Bridge, Cavan Town. There's a whole line and a whole area there, all served by the local link service. So don't worry about not getting the
I have to say the local link service is an absolutely brilliant service. And for people out there, if it's there, use it. You get to the venue there, it'll take you there and back.
Yes.
They may not stay till 8 hours, but they certainly operate I don't think it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
people shouldn't worry about going home from Redhills Carnival anyway, because there's something going on the next day anyway, so you can stay over.
B&B.
Yes.
Bring your tent and your sleeping bag.
Wash a few glasses.
The green is there. You can sleep on it there. Even the big soap stars, movie stars, they all slept.
They all done it right. They all done it.
That's right. That's right.
There you are. Well, look, it's been wonderful having you in here to studio and talking about it. I wish you all the best in your carnival over the next couple of days, and that's kicking off tonight there, and the main band's then is starting then with Susan McCann. I hope you'll be playing some from her, you having a String of Diamonds, which she's doing a tour of at the moment anyway, and it'll be a fabulous couple of nights there at the show. There's no doubt.
Hopefully so, Seamus, and I have to say a thank you to, as chairman of the group, I have to say thank you to my committee. We have a very tight nucleus committee that work hard every year to ensure what they ensure, and from that it moves its way out into the broader organisations where we have representation from all the organisations which form the greater committee. And that's, I suppose, how it works, and that's how it has worked so well, because it's not 2 or 3 or 4 people making decisions, and that's it. We listen, we allow other people's point of view, and that comes from the organisations involved with us. And I have to say thank you to all the organisations who come on board, sell tickets for the Tea Party, come and help. There's great help. Our tent went up last Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday and last Monday people came. If you're a tradesman, you came and employed your trade. If you weren't, you came as a general operative. And we gather up, it's a bit like a jigsaw, Seamus. We have all the bits and pieces left to one side from last year, and when we put the tent on the green, we gather them bits and pieces and we put them back together to form the picture that we have as a compound for to run the carnival that's in a safe environment for everybody to enjoy.
You're certainly very lucky to have a fabulous committee like that. Year after year.
And the other thank yous I have to say is the numerous sponsors we have that contribute to us both financially and in terms of goods and chattels that we need for to provide the services for the carnival and for it to run efficiently for the weekend.
It is brilliant, and absolutely brilliant. Well, for me, just to say, I wish you all the best, and again, thank you very much for coming in, and to all the committee out there as well, Redhills. We do really wish you hear from Cavan TV, Drumlin Media, from the Positive Age offices here within Castle Manor there, and to the Cyro who has provided the broadband here as well too, is fantastic. Again, thank you all very much, and again, I hope to be down there.
Hope to see you,
Dance.
Seamus.
Oh, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll bring my dancing shoes,
Yeah.
and I will definitely give it a go.
You'll be more than welcome,
And
Seamus.
remember to all just keep an eye on our social media. We're on Facebook. Like and share for any updates on throughout the weekend. tickets for the tea party, they're flying out the door. €10 per ticket, €15 on the door throughout the weekend. The craft show, Judge and McGinn's, 10 a.m. Or 11 a.m. pardon me, on Saturday morning. Drop your goods in from then, and we hope to see you all there. Thanks very much, and thanks to Gavin TV too.
Right from Gavin TV and all here on the Redhills Carnival Committee there. Goodbye. Look forward to seeing you over the weekend. Do bring your dancing shoes. You'll have a fabulous weekend of dancing, and anything else that's happening along the way there as well too.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Seamus.